You go and hold this button for 3 seconds and you'll be greeted with the operating system, where you'll have some apps and you can check out some of the configurations and settings. And this is where you will go and set it up. What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be installing this Hamilton Motor Company. This is a module for the 2016 to 2018 Subaru Forester. This does include the Subaru Forester with the Harmon sound system, which is what I have. And so with that one, it's a little bit different as it has an amplifier, so it needs to be compatible, and this will do just that. So if you look at my first video, you will see how to remove the head unit. This is going to be real easy. Just remove these 6 Phillips from each side so that you can take this bracket off that connects to the chassis of the car. And then there are some smaller Phillips that you'll want to also remove, which will happen later in the video. So this part is held down by clips. You'll go around, look for these clips. You'll push it out of its place and then it just comes right off. So it's fairly easy. Next, you'll go around, you'll remove those, but first you got to remove these 4 bigger Phillips so that you can get to the smaller Phillips screws. You'll remove that, and then it's held down by clips, as you see here. You'll want to undo those clips there on the side and on the other side as well. You don't want to yank it out as there's a ribbon cable in there. So you'll want to slowly, gently lift it up. And to remove this connector, you have to push the white portion upwards. So I'll show you how it works. It's usually down. You'll push it up and then you can pull out the cable. You'll install your module. It slides right in. But first you need to move this with Phillips. Once you do that, you can slide your module right under it. It's got 2 connectors. You want to be real careful as you enter it, because it needs to line up parallel with the white connector, the black portion of the ribbon, and that's how you know you have a good connection. Then you'll push this ribbon cable out of this faceplate, and then you'll re-screw those little mini Phillips. You'll line it up. You'll put those smaller Phillips all around back. Then you're going to put this portion back on and then secure it with the 4 bigger Phillips screws. Next, you want to get these brackets. Look at the L. You'll want to find the same matching one. Line up the 4 holes and you'll tighten that on both sides. This black module here, you want to connect this and stick it in the back. Then you want to take the cables that came with the kit, connect them. You got this one here that has a 2-sided tape, which is the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module, I believe. Then these connectors are extras. You can connect another camera if you need to, but I'm going to leave those alone. And this is the USB that you can use to update it and or run wired Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. So I got it semi back in there with all the connections. Gonna turn on the car. The initial startup, it's going to take a very long time for the original car operating system to boot up. This is only the first one that will be this long. After this, it'll normally connect. Once it fully boots up, it greets me with the original maps, which is super outdated. I'll hold this button for 3 seconds to get into the operating system of the Hamilton module. And here I can change settings. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to connect it to your iPhone. So the first time around, you're going to hold the button for 3 seconds so you can get into the operating system. But after it's been connected once, you don't have to do that anymore. So on my phone, I'm going to go to Bluetooth. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to see a device called Hamilton. And that's what I'm going to be connecting to. So you might need to go into the Bluetooth settings of the Hamilton module, or it will automatically show up. I'll hit connect. On the screen, it's going to prompt a number. You want to make sure it's the same as your phone. Then you'll hit pair. And then you can allow your contacts to sync. And you'll have maps. So essentially, it's one of those TikTok displays, but this is a lot more responsive and much faster. And also, it's built into the original display. So it's really nice. Hamilton's done a great job. You're able to retain all your steering wheel controls. You can take the volume up and down. You can mute it. The knob also works. And if you dim your display via the car setting, it will also dim this display as well. So it's really nice. So on the Android, same thing. It will show up as Hamilton. You'll connect. I did realize that there was a little bit difficulty connecting with Android, but maybe because this is an older Android. But I had to click on the Hamilton, and then it decided to give me the Android Auto pop-up. So after I did that, then I got a little prompt saying Android Auto. Then I hit connect, and then I was fully connected. You can also do smart commands by clicking the microphone. And you can split the screen to see your music and also maps. And it works with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.